Hi everybody, and welcome back to RNBHomestead. Today we're going to talk about alternative ways to keep warm in this cold weather. With everything going around, all these natural disasters, from the snow in Texas to your tornadoes, it's like the weather is gone crazy. So you have to be prepared. So in this video, we're going to talk about alternative ways to keep warm if your electricity goes out. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also give me some thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Also make sure to hit that bell notification so every time that I do a video, you're notified. So let's get to this video. So welcome back. We're talking about alternative methods to keep warm if your electricity goes out. And we all know with the current situation, this is quite a possibility. So the first thing that comes to mind, first I want to say, I am not an expert on weather, meteorology, anything like that. I'm telling you from experience. I come from up north, and these are ways that I've used to keep warm. Now, secondly, how can I put this? Well, I can't. Use your common sense. Make sure that while you're trying to keep warm, you also keep in mind safety. Safety. Anytime you're using any type of device that creates fumes, whether it be a wood stove for kerosene, propane, butane, whatever it is, anything that could make fumes or smoke, you need to make sure it has ventilation. Common sense. So, but let's get into this video. Number one thing, blankets. People always tease me, and I always tease certain people, not to mention, who I have over a dozen comforters. And that's because at any time, if the heat goes out, the electricity goes out, I'm not one for cold. This is why I don't live in Cleveland anymore. So, blankets, very inexpensive. You can go to these big box stores and you can get the flannel ones that they're rolled up, cost you about $5. Some of us are lucky enough when your grandparents, your great grandmother, you have those sewn quilts, which are wonderful. Those are a gold mine. If you have those, keep those. But you also can have your regular quilts that you get from the store that comes in the bed in the bag. So, blankets, number one thing to keep warm. Two, you have your kerosene, propane, gas heaters. Like I said, you want to make sure that one, the device you get is labeled that for indoor usage. Indoor usage. Secondly, you want to make sure that you still have ventilation. So if you're using a kerosene heater, propane or gas, you have it next to a window and your window is propped open so the fumes can go out the window. You do not want to cause carbon monoxide poisoning in your house trying to keep warm. Please be smart when using these devices. 3, some people say gas-powered generators. Now, generators are wonderful, but again, you cannot use a generator. Can't. You should not. I'm advising you. It says on the box, do not use a generator in an enclosed area. Do not put the generator in your house. Do not put the generator in your garage. The generator has to run from outside. But of course, that is a way that if you're using a gas-powered generator to, if your electricity goes out, to give you that electricity to give you that heat. Also, we have hand warmers. Now these you can buy at your local convenience store or the big box stores. Basically, they're like, some of them are gloves, but they're like little glove warmers, and you can actually use them and put them in your pocket or on in your pants, and you can use them to keep warm. And also, while you actually have those in your house, some of these things I would suggest also having in your car. The hand warmers, the blankets, definitely keep them in your car also. So these are alternative ways to keep warm. Now, also we have portable wood burning stoves. Again, if you are on a homestead or if you just have a fireplace, portable wood burning stoves are excellent sources of heat. But again, you need to make sure that you have built a chimney where the exhaust is being pumped outside. I cannot stress this enough, that you do not want to have any smoke or fumes congregating in your home. You need to have proper ventilation when using any of these type of machines. It's just that simple. Another way is if you're lucky enough to have a fireplace. Now, when I build my house on my homestead, I'm not going to lie to you. First of all, I'm going to be in Arizona. But mind you, just look at Texas. Texas is 14 degrees. Now, when in the world did you think of Texas being 14 degrees? But needless to say, I will not be building a fireplace. But I'll have a lot of everything else. But fireplaces are also an excellent source of heat. And if done properly, you can actually cook on them also. Finally, we have, two more things. First, it's called a candle warmer. And the way that works is you get a clay pot. Most people use terracotta pots. And you place some candle lights, which are the little candles with the little flame, and have the pot over them, and that will heat the clay and it will disperse the heat. Mind you though, keep these away from children and pets because they can cause a fire hazard. Well, they are a fire hazard. So make sure if you are doing the clay pot heaters that you are mindful if you have children and pets, because they can be a fire hazard if knocked over. But basically you have a clay pot and you put some tea leaf lights underneath, and it heats the pot, which will disperse the heat into the room. And finally, the last thing that you could possibly do is actually have one room in your home that you call your heat room. And basically, this is where everyone gathers. There's no need of trying to heat your whole house when there's an emergency. Basically, you have a room, you cover the vents and the windows and the doors to insulate the room, which will cause the heat and everybody gather. You have all your supplies in this room, and that one room was where everybody stays and sleeps and keeps warm. So this was really quick video because of the current situation of ways that you can, alternative ways to heat your area where you're at during certain disasters. So we have your candle terracotta heater pots, you have your hand warmers, your blankets, your kerosene or your propane or butane heaters, you have your fireplaces, and you also have your portable wood fireplaces. But make sure that if you're using any of these type of mechanical equipment that you have proper ventilation. You do not want to have any type of fumes or smokes congregating in your home. You need to make sure you have proper ventilation. So I'm wishing everyone safeness in this crazy weather out here, but until next time, see you later.